Hello and welcome back to another episode of Craftblock SMP. Wow, this area is new and different and very large. Anyways, there have been a lot of changes. Yeah, that's all I can really say. This area is bigger. We made a new concrete converter. Max bought 2 villagers. These guys keep escaping at an actual increased level. I have this fence to stop them, but they just keep on moving out, so I'm not exactly sure what I can do about that. It was the chunk border that causes this, as I may have mentioned before. I don't know. I've gone through a lot of footage that I've not used, so if I do repeat myself, that is why. Over here we have the simple concrete converter. Powder goes here and in here, and the result is here. You just right click, place it, and then mine, and then the obsidian stops you. Pretty simple. This is not my design, obviously. It's my tweak on a previous design. It doesn't work too well on servers because it gives you a bit too much powder. Anyways, this area. Oh boy, this area. Yeah, I decided to ditch these stalls for something a bit more automatic. So we have librarians, farmers, clerics, all that kind of stuff. Mainly for trading rotten flesh and paper. And we actually got quite a few emeralds, enough for a beacon. We actually have 2 beacon bases, that emerald one in there, and an iron one just above here for mining this area out. I tried to keep with the kind of build palette, so it is the inverted pyramid as aforementioned in the last episode, but with less warped wood than I was going to initially use. When I tried to use it, it just didn't look too great, and Max also pointed out to me, maybe tone it down a little bit. So we have the cyan glass and the warped wood in places, but not too frequently. It does kind of nicely contrast with the shroom light because, orange and blue are opposite colors. That's my 2D art color theory coming in handy, finally. Beneath this carpet we have redstone. This is actually a slightly modified version of a tutorial. Just look up like Trading Hall 1.16, you'll find it. But yeah, it's a minecart based villager transport system. And I almost forgot, this is where we sort the villagers. So basically they plummet in from here, we choose a workstation, lock in the trades we want, and then we can send them away. And, oh man. Things just aren't going well, huh? Alright, so, new villager. There we go. So we can POV villager. You are going to get sent away to the nearest stall, which is that one. So it'll kick us out of the minecart, we fall down, and because we aren't a stupid villager that's 1.8 blocks tall, actually slightly taller even, we can jump out of here because, big human brain. This is not final. This basalt frame, I just thought it would look better than just pure blackstone. There is actually a back redstone to all this. This is what it looks like. Oh man, it's even more impressive on the second level, which I just built. So it's been like 15 days since the last upload, maybe. So yeah, I've been working pretty hard on this and other things, I'm not exclusively a Minecraft YouTuber. No, it looks like I might have missed redstone dust there, which is unfortunate because I'm not carrying my ender chest and thus redstone on me, so, it's still a bit of a work in progress. With the redstone fixed, the system should be entirely finished. We even have a minecart retrieval system that pops them out right here, which we can actually demonstrate pretty easily if we just put a minecart here and hope that we can push it the correct way. We're actually kind of sandwiched here, so there it goes into a cactus, and a hopper chain just leads it down here for collection. So pretty simple. I haven't recorded in a little while, so forgive me if I'm a bit rusty. It doesn't come naturally even after 2 years, or I'm sure even after an extended period of time, really. But I haven't been able to record for a while because I moved into another house again. If you haven't been keeping up with the daily happenings of Kevin543, this may sound kind of like, again, what are you talking about? I mentioned it in another episode a while back, and yeah, I moved again. It's just across the street, actually. I'm not going to get into reasons because they're quite mundane, and I just, why would you need to know, honestly? I'm just some guy on the internet, Mr. Kevin543. So yeah, I'm in a new environment, and I actually did record something. It was a server event, but because I had to dismantle my entire computer and rebuild it, my configurations weren't properly set up with OBS, and it led to no audio being recorded. So I could put up a clip, but it would have no audio, so I just deleted that. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned this in a previous episode, we have bulk storage here for stone and cobblestone. I've actually been using my fortune pickaxe more often to get stone in the cobbled variety. See, I messed up my words there and then turned it into an interesting sentence. Oh my, there are just so many. That is bananas. We're just gonna get one of these guys for max because the other one died to a zombie attack. Quite unfortunate, I know. Now that we actually have so many villagers, we can actually do something with their services, like these enchanted books. Now, of course, I don't need so many enchanted books. I already have full armor and tools, but a lot of people on the server don't. So, we are going to be building an enchanted bookshop, and we are going to head over to the player shops using this magic boat. Ta-da! We're actually in the bakery, not the player shops, but this is very near the player shops, and we're here to admire Belvin345 because we are going to get very familiar with this build very soon, because today we're going to be building an enchanted bookshop, but not just any enchanted bookshop. It's going to be very special, and you will see why. But before we can start building another shop, you may notice we have some more infrastructure and buildings at the player shops. And actually something has come into my view just now. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Looks like yellow concrete. I have an idea of who's building it. It'd be Oil Company 3000. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is his oil rig, you know. Name Oil Company 3000. Only natural that he'd build an oil rig. He's been talking about this, but I haven't seen this yet. It's pretty large. I mean, yeah, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Cause you know, this is a pretty big scale. Also, I didn't know we had an acacia biome here. Very interesting. Anyways, before we get started, I'm going to be doing some cleaning up of the player shops. Of course, we have the main road made out of concrete and andesite, but there's also shops that aren't aligned with it as this was built afterwards, as my freaking fireworks shop and this McDonald's. The front is not aligned to the road, nor do we want to have a road just plowing through here, because I don't think it's really necessary. And also, this corner can probably just be rounded off, because expansion here and here is unfeasible and unlikely. So, I will be cleaning that up. And hey, look, someone left some dirt. I've cleaned up the area quite a lot, actually, but before I show it off, we're on Quake Pro FOV, and I just want to show off some kind of wacky relativistic effects. Because, yeah, that's very interesting to look at. Makes that sign look very tall, and obviously this is incredibly distorted, because field of view is a wacky thing. Oh man. But we will just set this back down to 85. It's usually at 90, but I'm trying to get used to 85, you know, because I constantly have speed 1. Anyway, we're going to be building a shop with these materials in this new and improved shopping district. We have bushes lining everything. This has been flipped over. And yeah, we have street lights that we can show off during the nighttime. We've also solved the issue of the McDonald's. We have a path leading in here. There's nothing actually in here, but you know, hopefully one day, you know, McDonald's gets around to it. And then this path kind of just comes over here, lines up with the fireworks shop nicely, and I didn't want to have it just cut through in half, so we have this kind of curve here that goes past the McDonald's and then over here to Furnace Company 4000, which is a company by Oil Company 3000, believe it or not. So our shop is going to be upon a pedestal. You might be able to guess what it is with this color scheme. The boat isn't part of this, but you will see soon enough. So we can start off by building a pedestal for it to rest on, and I should probably get out my axe. And there we go, a big dark oak circle. And now we can start filling it in with smooth stone. And there it is, a giant, well, kind of looks like an Oreo, doesn't it? It'll look better, don't worry, alright. I mean, this won't be changed, but it'll have something even better on top of it. Also, now that it's nighttime, you can see the street lamps that I was talking about. They're 11 blocks apart each, and they alternate every side of the road. So, you know, that's fun. There is one that is alternated by 12 because this road didn't work out exactly. Because, you know, I didn't build it. It was Max that decided where the bends in the road would be and how long they were. So, you know, doing the best with what I could. Also, someone just, like, built their freaking house here. And it's been here for, like, over a month. There's nothing here, man. Moving on top of the pedestal, we can start to build the actual shop. And to begin, we're going to be building, well, grindstone, actually. Just a very large grindstone. Kind of matches the colors of this, and you might be seeing what's happening here. So, on top of this grindstone, we are going to be building an anvil at a 1:4 scale. I do believe this is like this. I think we could build it out here too. Yeah, that'd look good. Do. And with that anvil on top, let's look at it. Oh yeah, coming together. If you haven't guessed by now, we are building a Belvin statue. Why? It's a good question, why? I'm not entirely sure. I just thought it would be kind of, you know, one of those things. It's the Belvin statue, it had to be done. So there is our Belvin beehive. Ta-da! It's right next to the bakery too, so you know, you walk out the bakery and you get even more bakery iconographic saturation. That is a mouthful of a sentence. On top of the beehive, we of course have Belvin's head. Now this is where it actually starts to deviate from the real design. You're actually going to give Belvin a tiny bit of a neck. I know. Crazy. They thought it couldn't be done, but here it is. Belvin's neck. And for my very cool and epic hair, which, spoiler alert, me and Belvin look almost identical in the head. It's kind of freaky, you know, but I don't question it, neither does he, so, yeah, we've come to an agreement on it. And there we go. Belvin's beautiful blue eyes. Oh, man. That is something else. The hair on this guy is kind of funny, since it's a 4x4x4 head. there isn't a lot of room for it being 3D, so, I do my best. The only part of this that I'm kind of unsure about is the back, and the back is just kind of flat, like the real thing. Or the real thing being this skin, I don't have a flat head. So yeah, we want to conserve as much gold as we can while building this because I do have a limited supply and I would rather not use it all up. So we will use it like this. And over here. And if we put one there, we can just put some clay there and gold. Is that it? Yeah. Belvin345 in real life. Of course, the Belvin statue in and of itself is not a shop. There's no place for merchandise except for inside here, maybe, well, I don't need to light up since this is a mushroom biome, but it might be a good idea to anyways. So, we are going to be building an enchanting table above him to actually store the books and the shop. I did consider building this out of actual obsidian, but that would probably take a pretty long time, especially since I already messed up this black concrete part a bit. So, just not gonna do that. Anyway, we're using some funky blocks like the new warped warp block for parts of the build, just like this corner. And we got a few other blocks here that will actually form the diamonds on the enchanting table. I don't remember if it's concrete then wool. I think it's like this. Yeah, we're using diamonds in the build. Because why not? Yeah, that's it. And then of course we're gonna have red wool there. But I am just gonna get down to building. Alright, we're almost done building this thing. We got a visitor though, who thinks he is hilarious by standing where I'm gonna place the blocks. He did give me 40 pumpkins though, so it's all good. For the corners of the book, we're gonna put blocks of gold because that's how it be with enchanted books. And there we go. That's the entire thing, I think. Ta-da! It's not exactly to scale, because this isn't a 16 by 16, I don't think, but there we go. My main man, Belvin, holding up my shop, which is holding up Felipe. Anyways, that is gonna do it for this episode. I am just gonna get this one out because it has been almost a month. And I don't really feel like doing the interior right now. I just don't want to rush it and make it look crap. But we'll get to it one day, hopefully soon. The store name is Belvin's Books or something along those lines. It's got to get that alliteration so that it sticks in your head. You think books, you think Belvin. That's the marketing ploy anyways. So, that is going to do it for today. Do I look like Belvin? What do you think, guys? Striking resemblance, isn't it? Hold up, where's the jetpack? Yeah, there it is. I don't know. I think it's pretty convincing. I don't have the anvil or the beehive, but I've got the head, and that's all that matters. Anyways, see you next time. Goodbye.